All right, what's going on? Titans halftime live. Sam Phelan and Easton Freeze. It is 13-3 Jaguars, and I've done many halftime shows in my time here with A to Z Sports where the Titans are down by a score of 13-3 or something adjacent, and they're usually negative. But Easton,
as delightful a first half as you could possibly ask for. Just delightful.
Eyeball emoji, because not only are the Tennessee Titans trailing 13-3, the New York Giants are up to something, and our buddy Joe Flacco is helping us out right now as we speak. So we'll give you the full update on this Titans game. We'll go over some of the key points from the first half, of which there were not many. And we'll talk a little bit of Giants as well and what it could potentially mean for the Titans if everything holds. But this Titans halftime show is presented by BetMGM. Before we get into it, Easton, tell the folks what to do.
Gotta like the show. Like the show. If you want the Titans to get the first or second overall draft pick, you have to like the show today. Those are the rules. That's how it works. So like the show for us, and we will talk about the Giants and the Titans.
Quite literally the only thing you can do. And while you do that, I'm going to tell you about our partners, X Golf Nashville, now in Murfreesboro as well, the home of indoor golf in Middle Tennessee. X Golf, play, train, and entertain. PlayXGolf.com is where to go for more info. BetMGM, log in today to get your Pro Football Boost Pack to acquire more tokens for more winnings. BetMGM is an official partner of the Tennessee Titans. And TDOT, be part of the solution to end littering and make sure nobody trashes Tennessee, visiting nobodytrashestennessee.com. Easton, I guess, starting real quick with this Titans-Jaguars game, the Titans have looked abysmal pretty much across the board here. The Jaguars not too bad on offense. Mac Jones is having a good day. 10 for 15, 117 passing. He has a touchdown. I was correct in saying that it's been a Brian Thomas takeover. He's been all over the place for the Jaguars on offense. Nice touchdown catch by Parker Washington. For the Titans,
not really a touchdown, by the way, but I don't think anybody cared. I don't think anybody was upset by that.
No, the one time all season that the Titans had a bad call against them, and everybody was not complaining on Twitter. 24/7.
Yeah, it's all right. Don't worry about it.
Rudolph has been not good, but a lot of safety checkdowns and stuff, probably weather related. 6 for 11 for 42 yards and an interception, which was not his fault. It was off the hands of Julius Chestnut. So not necessarily a Mason Rudolph knock, that one interception, but regardless, Rudolph doing pretty much nothing. The one guy who has been good, Tajay Spears, has had a really nice day. 64 yards on the ground on 10 attempts. He's added 3 catches and 8 receiving yards, but he has been sort of the one bright spot for the Titans on offense. They added a field goal right before the half. Do you have anything else on this game so far, Easton, and like what your big takeaway is from that first half?
No, just that it's been a masterful tank job so far. I think they're executing perfectly. Pretty much every backup in the game is looking like a complete and utter lawn chair, which is what you want them to do in this game. No juice. Minimal urgency.
One backup not looking like a lawn chair. Got to give some credit. Luke Gifford's playing very well.
He's playing his butt off. This is fair.
And he's pretty much the only guy.
Colts just scored a touchdown.
The only guy on the defense playing his butt off, but Luke Gifford is playing his butt off right now.
Yeah. And so the defense, we talked about how this defense is probably going to look bad today. They have looked bad today. Not surprising, not shocking. I don't even know if it's something worthy of being all that upset about because of the players they have in there right now. It is what it is. On offense, yeah, I guess. Like, it was the first drive where I was like, I really should have thought more about what the Mason Rudolph experience in the pouring rain would look like. The broadcast is definitely not doing justice how miserable the football conditions are out there.
Yeah.
You can't see the rain. I've seen some clips like from people there. It's pouring. It's miserable. I'm not surprised at all that they've completed 6 passes. I am impressed by the way that they've run the ball, and they've done that well, and that's pretty much been their entire offense so far, and that is perfectly fine with me. Keep this up. Now let's turn our attention to what the Giants and the Colts are doing, Sam, because the Colts did just score here right before halftime. They're going to go into half 21-13. Giants leading. I don't know. I will check to see who gets the ball first out of half. But so if the Giants win this game, what happens for the Titans?
Well, yeah, it got a little bit more sketch here because it was 21-6 after that. The Giants went with a punt on a 3-and-out to open the game and have since gone 5 plays, 70 yards, 5 plays, 56 yards, 7 plays, 84 yards, touchdown. The Colts have been on a little bit more of a roller coaster, an interception, a field goal, a missed field goal, another field goal, and then they just put together a 14-play, 70-yard touchdown drive capped off by Jonathan Taylor on the ground. So it is 21-13. The Giants lead the Colts. We are assuming that is going to be the score at halftime because there's 20 seconds left, and I would imagine the Giants are going to kneel it out. And Titans fans, pay it. If you're bored by this Titans-Jaguars game, turn that game on, because you should be wearing a giant blue and supporting the G-Men right now. If this score were to hold, the Titans, who are currently slated with the 4th overall pick in the draft, would, of course, jump the Jacksonville Jaguars in the draft order because the Jaguars would pick up their 4th win. The Giants are currently sitting at 2-13. With a win, they improve to 3-13. The Titans would be 3-13 with a loss. And the tiebreaker for teams with the same record when determining draft order is strength of schedule. The Titans own that tiebreaker firmly over the New York Giants. So what am I saying? If this game holds and the Giants game holds, your Tennessee Titans have the 2nd overall pick in the NFL draft, which also matters because the only team then positioned to pick in front of them is the New England Patriots. And the New England Patriots do not need a quarterback. You could be looking at the next hour and a half of your Sunday afternoon determining whether or not Shedeur Sanders is a Tennessee Titan. Right. Quite literally. This is the witching hour, Titans fans. Like, this is I know that you guys are all feeling some type of way, feeling sad about the result of this game and just the state of your organization and the fact that we're this late in the NFL season and stuff doesn't really matter. The next 90 minutes will affect Tennessee Titans history in a massive, massive way. So buckle up.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's not even to mention the Patriots still have the Bills next week. The Bills are not going to, assuming they win the game today, the Bills, they will not have any incentive to play anybody next week. So the Patriots, who looked competitive against a Josh Allen and starters Buffalo Bills just recently, Drake May and the Patriots playing a backup version of the Bills, are perfectly capable of beating that version of the Bills. So the Titans' number 1 overall draft pick, number 2 overall draft pick, very firmly on the table as soon as this afternoon. So we'll be, absolutely. I mean, I'm paying basically as much, if not more, attention to that game as I am to the Titans game right now. Drew Lock and company just tearing it up out there. Malik Neighbors, and pretty much I've seen every receiver on that team actually make a big play today. So shout out to the Giants and the Giants. I mean, so strength of schedule, right? That's the tiebreaker. They're really screwed if they win a game. What is keeping them at 1 is only the fact that they're the only team with 2 wins right now, because they have a really high strength of schedule, 0.556 as predicted by Tankathon, which moves them, I think, all the way down to 7th. If they were to win today,
if the Giants were to win this game, they would go to the 6th pick in the draft because they would be, well, I guess that would also depend. It could go down to 5 because the Jaguars winning over the Titans would move the Jaguars with a 4th win, but they would immediately not have the tiebreaker with New England, Tennessee, Cleveland, and Vegas, who are your other 3-win teams in the league. So the Giants potentially going from pick 1 to pick 5 and taking themselves out of the draft quarterback market, which is absurd.
Very Giants of them.
I mean, but the Giants then pivot and they turn into that team that maybe is paying somebody, right? Maybe they're the team that is paying Sam Darnold.
But I've seen Giants fans just full panic mode online for the first half of the morning slate. So they don't want that to happen. Sam,
I'm not getting ahead of anything. 21-13 is a 1-score game. We have seen the Giants do this week over week. Here's Drew Lock is 7 of 8 for 153 and 3 touchdowns today, and some miracle Drew Lock is playing like the game of his life. But
Drew Lock legacy game. Mission number 1 is still the Titans losing their game. That matters more than anything else that can happen. And
Easton, I will say that the Titans losing this game has looked kind of like you predicted it to potentially look when we talked in the pregame show. This has been a game where, the defense hasn't been good. It hasn't been bad. It's just kind of existed. But with the poor conditions, with the weather, the offense just has been non-existent. I mean, you have 42 passing yards. Most of those passing yards came on that last drive when you were kind of getting some zone coverage and were driving down the field and then getting a field goal before the half. But I mean, it's been a lot of runs. It's been a big turnover when the Titans have gotten some explosive plays. This doesn't look like the scheme that Brian Callahan has been running on offense for the last few months. I guess I don't. You attribute all of this to weather, yes?
The inability to effectively pass. Yeah, I don't see how you can't look at the Mason Rudolph heavy rain situation as anything but a big handicap to their ability to pass the ball. Also, the fact that this piecemeal offensive line has not been. It's kind of been what you expected it to be today. So it's just been ugly, right? It's just been ugly. Their pass protection, Mason Rudolph throwing some ducks, inability to pass downfield or unwillingness to pass downfield. Yeah, I know I've seen people here in the chat talking about how it's like, they're mad at Callahan. First of all, again, like, do you want them to lose the game or not? Do you want them to lose the game or not?
Yeah.
Second of all,
this is why we had the conversation.
Can Brian Callahan make him a better, like, weather resistant quarterback? I don't know. Like, what do you want him to do? What do you want him to do? Mason Rudolph really can't throw in the rain.
This is why we had the question ahead of the show and the pregame shows, because Stephen Holcomb's coming in saying, he says, fire everyone. I've seen coach needs help. It ain't there. Now, I will say, if your belief is you want him fired, okay. Like, I think that's a completely justifiable take with the team now staring at 3-13. I think you are very much can make that argument. I'm not mad at you for that argument. You cannot make that argument off of this Jaguars game alone, because this is such a, like, we came in here talking about how we need the Titans to lose this game for their tank. Easton and I, not too prideful to admit that we're kind of rooting for a loss here.
Yes.
And most of the chat was on that same page. So now when they're losing, we cannot pivot into now you have to fire everybody. Right. If you believe that because the team is just bad and this is the season that we've had, okay. But 13-3 against the Jaguars at halftime in a rainy Duval does not exactly bother me.
Yeah, if your opinion right now is fire everybody, it better have been fire everybody 2 hours ago. Let's just put it that way.
And it better be fire everybody if they come back and win this game against the Jaguars. Like, it should still be fire everybody. If you believe they should fire everybody.
Only down 10. This game is not over.
Yeah, if you believe they should fire everybody, you believe they should fire everybody. Let's talk about this game not being over real quick, Easton. Yep. Before we get out of here, I will ask everybody in the chat to let us know, what is your confidence level in the Titans winning this game against the Jaguars in the second half? What is your confidence level in the Titans winning this game versus the Jaguars in the second half, 1 to 10? I'm expecting to see some low numbers, but Easton, where are you at?
I'm at 10. Titans are going to win the game. Like we said pregame, they're going to win 31-2. Titans, I have no doubt in my mind that Mason Rudolph leads a big comeback. And not only do they win, they come back and win in convincing fashion.
I'm with you. Titans are going to win this football game. I'm at a full 10. They are going to win. Multiple probably passing touchdowns. I expect to see a lot of explosive passing from Mason Rudolph in the second half. A lot of Calvin Ridley getting involved. He could go over 150 yards on the day and maybe even past 1,000 today. So the Titans will win. Believe that. I will say final score of 33-13.
Okay, yeah, I'm going. I think they're going to break the franchise yardage record today with the 600 total yards of offense. Give me Titans 45-4, 2 safeties. Oh wait, they already have 10 points. They 45 to 14, 2 more safeties.
And in case you don't understand what's happening
45-17, 2 safeties. There we go. Got there eventually.
In case you don't understand what's happening here, Easton and I, we're fighting the good fight. We are holding out with our optimistic Titans takes. Potential reverse jinx that is doing good through, 2 quarters. Anyways, the game is back. We will see you guys after the game. Buckle up. Like I said, an important 90 minutes coming your way. So we'll
watch
see
the
you
Giants
afterwards, and turn on Giants Colts. See ya.